Hi, my garden friends. I'm out here today in my own backyard on the hunt for sunflowers. So it's that time of year. The sunflowers have given us all of their beauty, and now they're ready to give their seeds as food to the local birds, squirrels, chipmunks, even some rats, all those critters that we always find outside here in our backyards, in our parks, in our gardens. They need food too, right? So let's go see what we can find. Okay, so we're gonna take a walk through. Now you might notice that my garden is a little bit dry. And that's okay. It's the end of the season. You know we haven't had any rain. My plants are very mature, so I've stopped watering them as regularly as I would have in the spring. And look what I'm seeing right here. Here's droopy sunflower. Do you see the ants? So those ants, they're hard at work. They are gathering food, they're collecting any kind of sap that might be coming from this. It's a little hard to see, but this is a good sized sunflower. Now, check out this. Woo, I have ants all over me. Woo, not my favorite thing. Look at this. Big, tall sunflower. Oh, and there it is hanging. Let's take a look underneath. We're gonna go on the underside of this guy. Do you see all of these big seeds? Oh my gosh. Again, we're gonna get a better look because I'm actually going to cut down this one and this one. And even if we go over here, look at this big one hanging. Do you see? I'm gonna get real close to it because it is just gigantic. Whoa. All right, so I've cut down a few, plus these that are looking a little bit more dry, those actually came from school. The last time I was in the garden, I cut these down because they were intact and I wanted you to see what they look like. Now this one here, if we look very closely, a lot of the seeds are missing around the outside, but there's still some here in the middle. And if we brush them off, we can kind of dig down. And let's see, grab a couple. And there they are. These are sunflower seeds. Now, we know that our birds and our little critter friends really love these, but we can eat them too, right? I would want to take these in and wash them off and then roast them, although you can eat them raw. And I know a lot of my friends last year and the year before discovered that they could also eat these out in the garden, and they're delicious. The other thing you can do with them is save them and plant them next year and grow more sunflowers. These you can also leave outside, maybe hang up in a nice area where you want birds to visit or other critters to visit and actually provide food for them for the winter. There's lots of cool things that you can do with sunflowers. So I'm gonna pick one and we're gonna go look at it really up close. And I'm gonna show you how I can process these cut down sunflowers. Okay guys, so here's the sunflower that I chose. And I chose it because it's so big. Look, it's bigger than my hand. I also think it's really easy and this one to see all of the different rows and rows and rows of sunflower seeds. Look at how big these seeds are. These are some of the biggest sunflower seeds I have ever seen. I would say they're probably a good 1.5 inches long. And can you even begin to wonder how many seeds are in this sunflower head? There are just so many. So I've brushed off all of these little yellow bits. Now this is the soft fuzzy center part that you normally see of a sunflower. This is where the bees came to visit to get their pollen and maybe get a little nectar. So those are all done now. So I've just gone ahead and brushed those away to just expose all of these seeds. And now we can see the thick side of the sunflower and how each of these seeds has a little home that they live in, just waiting for the birds, waiting for the little squirrels and chipmunks to come pluck them out and eat them, or waiting for them to fall into the ground where maybe they could survive over the winter and then germinate and create a whole new sunflower. But I'm gonna be the one germinating these. So what I'm gonna do, my plan for this beautiful sunflower is to take all of these seeds out, wash them off, make sure they're free of any kind of dust or insects. You know, we saw those ants earlier. And then I'm gonna dry them off really well and store them, so then next spring, once the ground warms up, we can have so many more of these growing in our garden. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming on my sunflower journey with me. And I have one more last thing that I think is kind of fun. So this sunflower, look, it's almost as big as my head. The sunflower is still full of seeds. So my challenge to each of the classrooms that watches this video is to make a guess on how many sunflower seeds are in this. I'll get you a real close-up look. Oh, and the classroom that comes the closest, without going over, but the closest to the number of sunflower seeds in this sunflower head will win sunflower seeds from the sunflower for the class to plant in the garden in the spring. Hopefully we can do that. If not, you can have the seeds at your house and plant them. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video about the sunflowers. Give me all your guesses. And like I always say, remember, eat your veggies and try something new. See you soon.